Hello, race fans. I know you're probably expecting John or even Carl up in the booth, but today, this season, we're gonna do a little bit different. My name's Jack Peterson. In the booth with me, I got Alan Wilson. We're gonna be your
Hello.
commentators and your race directors for the season. So, first time's doing this. This is gonna be kind of an experiment for everyone, us included, and feel free to give us feedback. We are always open for new ideas and new critiques. So, yeah. How you feeling, Alan? You excited for the race coming
Pretty
up?
good. I'm really excited. So we're currently on season 12, round 1 at the Canadian Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. Very tricky track. It's got a lot of unloaded hills in it that'll cause your car to lose traction in the most awkward kind of ways. Uh, As you can see right now, we got our weather pulled up, 74 degrees Fahrenheit, 86%
Humidity.
humidity. Thank you.
Yep, you're good.
Partly cloudy, 10 miles wind. Um, so yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, just kind of looking at some previous races I've seen at this track, the 2.4 mile course, it throws a lot at you. I've seen a lot of issues in that hairpin on the left side of the track, as you see on the map. A lot of odd tracks there. So that's going to be a key part to look at as we take a look at this race.
Currently, right now, we got qualifying, so it's gonna be interesting to see what those qualifying times are for round 1. Probably get started and read off your driver's list here. We in the platinum division, we've got a lot of returning drivers. Dave Tilford, Dom Ford, James Pierce, Justin Munsell, Kelly Pointer, Mason Smith, Nathan Sides, Nick Terrell, and Ricky Rayner. And in our gold division, we got Alan Elwood. Brady Carlson, unfortunately, isn't with us here tonight. Herbert Pinana, John Nobringer, who was actually our former broadcaster, mostly did it solo, so kudos to him for doing that solo for so long. We got Nick Nickerson, Shane Theorem, and in our silver division, we got Alex Jaspers, Bronson Stafford, Dane Simpson, Josh Betts, Paul Owens, Robert F. Kennedy, Tyler Kakeko. In our bronze division, we got Bill Burnell, who I believe also goes by William Burnell, Eric Martin, James Molino, John Crane, Josh Anderson, Tim Thompson. And also, we want to give a shout out to our new drivers, our rookie drivers here. Aaron Reed, Casey Show, Clayton Montgomery, Cody Chasm, Evan Dice, Jacob Winslow, Justin Rhodes, Matt Meir, and Thomas Bresci. So welcome to the core family, guys.
Yes,
Hope
welcome.
you have a good race tonight, and hope you enjoy yourselves.
Yep. And my apologies, I was trying to pull up some graphics here so you can see the list that we're reading off. This is just the practice results. Still trying to familiarize ourselves with SDK. There's a lot going on here. We just got started with this a couple days ago, so we're gonna have maybe one or two small little hiccups here and there, but I think we'll figure it out, and I'll kind of show you some differences from the past. But yeah, we are just about halfway through our qualifying, and so
Yeah, anyone
far,
in the chat, if you have a favorite driver or something that you want us to look up for you, just you know, make a comment in the chat, and we'll try to get that view for you.
yep. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what these drivers got. Seeing a lot of returning faces, a lot of new faces. Something pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We have a few local boys racing with us tonight. We got Alex Jaspers, we got Bronson Stafford, we got Dane Simpson, and we got Tyler Kokeko as we see Herbert Pineda spinning on that final corner before the start-finish line. Hopefully he wasn't on a heater of a lap. That always hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the worst thing ever when you know you're fast, but unfortunately you just make those little teeny tiny mistakes during qualifying that unfortunately cost your qualifying position, as that did right there.
Yep. As,
Mason Smith putting down a real heater of a time though. 151.51 is his best. That's gonna make him start as the leader. Behind him, we got Tyler Kokeko, and in third we got Dominic Ford. All those guys extremely close times. Actually, Tyler Kokeko and Dominic Ford looks like they have the two best times, exact same times, 1:15.61s. So that's crazy. It's very interesting.
all right, now as we got the end of qualifying here, it's actually not the end of qualifying. My bad. No one's just on track right now. Seems like our only car on track is Nick Nickerson, um, running this green Porsche. Everyone else is taking a little bit of a breather in the pits, or feel like they got their qualifying time down.
Yeah, Nick Nickerson's a very experienced driver. Not in just the GT3 class, but I think in all classes. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to strategize his qualify, maybe trying to start as late as possible to get those tires warm as possible, and of course he just proved me
Yeah.
wrong by going off the track right
He said, "Nope, you are wrong today, Alan." Oh no, he finished his lap. He finished his lap, so
Oh,
he
you
was just
did?
celebrating.
Okay.
All right,
All
cool.
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
But
was definitely a strategy. It looks like he's going to be qualifying in
yep.
sixth position. So
Now here we got our qualifying results. We got Mason Smith on pole with a 1:15.5. Tyler Kokeko bringing home the silver division. They're representing with a 1/10 off as Dom Ford completes your podium positions. James Pierce in fourth. Clayton Montgomery in fifth. Nick Nickerson in sixth. John Nobinger in seventh. Herbert Pineda in eighth. Shane Therian in ninth. Thomas Bresci in 10th. If you want to keep going.
yeah, James Molino in 11th, Nathan Sides in 12th, 13 Even Dice, 14 Dave Tilford, 15 Dane Simpson, 16th Matt Muir, 17th William Burnell, 18th Robert Kennedy, 19th Justin Rhodes, and then 20th Josh Anderson.
21st, we got Aaron Reed. 22nd, Bronson Stafford. 23rd, Casey Shue. 24, Alex Jaspers. 25th, Jacob Winslow. 26th, Cody Chasem. 27th, Paul Owens. 28th, John Crane. 29th, Matthew Rodriguez. 30th, Nick Terrell. And I guess 31st is Josh Betts. Both drivers putting in no times. So possibly a interesting strategy call. I know Nick Terrell loves running the fuel strategy. He's a wizard with that. I've seen him do some crazy stuff.
And just in case you guys are unfamiliar with how the GT3 series works, or racing in general, I know I was when I started iRacing. I had to learn a lot. We're going to be starting off with a pace lap, which is drivers just following the pace car, trying to warm their tires up. Just doing a lap, staying in their formation. Uh, Once they pass the line, they're going to be going green, and you know, as a rule, everyone should stay on their line while on the grid, not passing until they pass the actual finish line, which is usually dictated by the leaders.
Good. Yeah, passing before that start-finish line is gonna give you a big penalty. Even trying to set up a pass before the start-finish line, that's a big no-no. So see if these drivers read the rule book before hitting in today. What are you thinking, Alan? You think there's going to be some shenanigans going to turn one, or are you thinking we're going to survive the lap? What are your predictions here?
I definitely feel like there might be some drivers going off, you know, after turn one, because it is a very, very, very tricky turn. But we'll see what happens. I mean, you never want that to happen, right? You always want the start to be as clean as possible.
Of course.
But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yep. And take a look at Herbert Pineda here. Me and him had a very nice battle for our gold division last season. So he's a driver to look out for. He's not one to play around with. So put money on someone. He's a good bet. I'm thinking Mason Smith. He's always very consistent, but Dominique Ford, he is definitely one to think about too. But Taoko Keiko, he has surprised me for that second place lap time. Maybe it's the Canadian in him. You know, he's feeling that Canadian spirit. You know, I don't know.
Like, I know this track.
Yep. But he's ready for it. He's feeling good, I think. And yeah, as we start getting closer to our start here, on this final little chicane spot, a little bit longer of a chicane, but I did a little bit of laps on this track, and this is one of the easier parts, I would say. But yeah, as we get ready to go for start of the race, pace car's off,
here we go.
and it's green flag.
We're green. Here we go.
As Mason Smith looks really nice going into turn one, starting to get a little bit of a lead. Taoko Keiko, Dom Ford, looking like they're going neck and neck coming into turn two here. This is a very off-camber turn, very hard to keep with someone. But looking like all the drivers are keeping it clean today. Yeah, this is looking good for the drivers here. You know, I was definitely expecting with the cold tires. I know we got that update semi-recently with the tires. The cold tires are a nightmare to deal with. So looks like our drivers have got their practice in. Oh, it looks like we had our first incident here. Let's see if we can catch back up. Oh, it looks like we got going. Maybe just a little hiccup. Sometimes you can bump the drivers and they get bumped again and they're right back straight. So they make it work. So good on them. This back of the pack is giving us a nice bit of racing to watch. Oh, we got a little bit of off-track shenanigans here. Let's see if I can pick up who that was.
Always, you know, who's best at dealing with their you know, managing the tires, keeping it on the track while still trying to maintain a decent pace.
Yep.
Oh no, Thomas Bresci looks
Wow.
like he went into the barriers there, so he's going to be
Rookie.
respawning in the pits.
Wow, we got a multi-car.
Couple cars actually.
Yeah. See what happens. Oh, he just hits that curb, spins him out. Wow, really unlucky. Takes out some other drivers in the process. Yeah. Things happen. But yeah, so now we'll introduce a little feature that I've been looking forward to having here. I know our guys have been wanting to get a little something different going for us, but this is kind of our picture-in-picture that we're experimenting with. So as we can mess around and find some new angles, if there's something new going on track that we want to cover two sides of, we're gonna have a little bit of extra camera kind of work going on. I'm gonna take a look at the top three real quick. Just a nice, comfortable pace. These guys look like they're just going to be pacing. It's an hour race. You know, these guys, their fuel saving strategy is insane. I know they are really good about that. But we'll keep tabs on them as we're going to go around a little bit. Looks like Josh Anderson.
Whoa! Nice spin there. Dominic Ford, assistant driver coming on.
Nice. This is going to be our tightest group right now. Everyone's just kind of in a single file. Oh, looks like Taiko Keiko had an issue. I think he just got on the curb, maybe got too overzealous on the throttle. Let's see what happened here. Yep, a little too excited. That Ferrari just did not like that throttle application and just went around.
Very oversteering car. You gotta be careful when you're exiting turns.
Yep. I think so too. Looks like our battle here with Paul Owens and Cody Chase and Will Burrell. These guys are looking pretty racy today. They're not too aggressive, but you know they're not going to send each other off track. They're not going to play around either. They are definitely going to try and work it.
Mason Smith just killing it, you know, in the first couple of laps, starting to get quite a bit of a gap between him and Dominic Ford. Just about a second up.
We saw Paul Owens just try and make a little bit of a look here, as you know, didn't quite have the run as he may have wanted. But Dane Simpson looking like he's getting pretty racy, running the McLaren. Normally he's a big Roxy driver with the Porsche, but he's changing it up a little bit. Maybe try and make a move on Robert Kenny. It looks like Taiko Keiko is back on the track and making some moves. You can see on the right side of our overlay here, we have our positions where they started from. And looks like we have quite a few drivers making up 8 positions, but Justin Rhodes, our rookie, making up 9. That's going to be our biggest gain from the start. So good on him for keeping it clean and getting a good pace right away.
Oh, looks like we had a Mason Smith. Nothing. SDK is just tripping out a little bit.
Yeah, we've been hearing all sorts of nightmares about SDK, so we're gonna try and keep it pretty good.
Folks.
Yep.
That's what we got warned about.
So far, this is going to be one of our closest battles. Looks like Matthew Rodriguez is another close battle here. He is actually side by side with Casey Shu, and you know, they are gonna get a little bit racy here, but he's going to have this inside line coming into this next part of the track, so he's going to have position. Very clean pass right there. Very nice. Dane Simpson here. Looks like the Dane Simpson and William Burrell battle, or the 2 battles, I'm sorry, that's going on, are looking pretty racy. We'll have Dane Simpson cam on the bottom right there, so you can kind of keep tabs on him, as we got William Burrell and sorry, I guess I missed it. Cody.
You can really see the intensity of those drivers when you get into the cockpit, especially with those steering inputs. You can sense of what they're going through this track.
So, our rookie Aaron Reed coming up on Josh Anderson. I felt that Porsche was a little interesting here with that rear weight. Felt over some of these crests, that rear engine just really made that tail wag. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's good to see that these guys have the control to keep those cars together on this track. As we start settling into this race, these guys are feeling their way around. How are you feeling? Was that kind of what you expected as a first lap, or as Aaron Reed finds a little off track, but he keeps it together. Very nice.
Good job recovering.
Yep.
It was a great recovery. Smith, it's got a pretty good gap between him and your second place, Dom Ford. Very interesting, both of them are driving the Mercedes. We got a great battle between Josh Anderson . Right. See Herbert Pineda really trying to put some pressure and get that position. Looks like he's slowly reeling him in as well. You know, it's interesting, this track is small enough to where they're almost kind of, you know, neck and neck with each other. It looks like throughout the entire race. There's always, I mean, there's a little bit of a gap between, you know, 26, 27, and 30, but, I mean, if you look at the track map in the upper right-hand corner, the majority of these guys are just stacked one on top of each other, especially from you know, positions. Looks like 1 to 8th, 1 to 7th. We got John Nobringer here, who was our former booth. Whoa, he gets a little slidey coming out of that turn. Good correction there.
Yep, that was awesome. As he has Herbert Pineda right behind him.
Yeah, that's going to give Herbert Pineda a little bit more time on him, a little bit closer of a gap to reel him in there.
Yep. Yeah, these guys are 11 laps in now, and they're still neck and neck with each other. You know, there's a little bit of spacing here and there, but I'm really proud of these drivers for keeping it civil and not having too many crazy things. Unfortunately, looking on the bottom of our field here is a lot of our gold drivers. Unfortunately, we just had some incidents that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Out. You have Nick Nickerson jumped into the pits. Let's see what we can see there. Yeah, oh, just carrying too much speed, hit the wall, and probably has some wheel damage from that. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, he's got a lot there, and he's just going to tow to the pits. Yeah. Looks like Herbert's keeping a healthy half a second gap to him, roughly. About 15 minutes into this race, we'll see drivers start to pit around the 20-minute mark. Between the 20 and 25-minute mark. Now, if you're Nick Terrell, he's probably going to stretch it until the 40-minute mark. You know, with how well he does it, it blows my mind every time I see him drive.
He's a great fuel saver, yeah. Excellent fuel saver.
Yep, I agree. His Dane is all over the back of Aaron Reed. He is not giving him any room to play with. Look on the bottom right, we can see what he's looking at. You know, you can just see how close these drivers get. You know, how much they're pushing the car just to that inch perfection before they have an accident. It's mind-blowing.
And it looks like he's going to make a move
on the outside. Oh, he fakes it. He goes on the
inside.
On the inside. Too wide coming into this little chicane part.
Get it done?
Oh, and he is. Very nice pass from Dane Simpson. That was
very
awesome.
Clean. It's almost like he, I don't know, he stuck a broom out of the window of his car or something like that, or a tape measure, and said, "This is how much distance we have."
Yeah, this is how much distance, Dane. And you're going to deal with it. That was an awesome pass. Now he's got some clear air. He's got about looking here, about a second and a half to Josh Anderson ahead. We're going to be taking a look on that as let's see, Tyler Kokeko he's been coming up a little bit. You know, he's all over the back of Cody Chatham.
Yep.
He's not giving up. It's definitely making sure that his.
It looks like Clayton Montgomery is trying to make a move on James Pierce here as well, trying to take that third position away from him. Mm-hmm. You can see there on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Looks like he may just be a little bit patient as well, trying to. I don't know. Can you force a mistake out of James Pierce, though?
We're going to find out as Tyler Kokeko's going too wide, going through the chicane. He was taking a look here, but he's biding his time. But I bet we'll see some drivers putting some pressure on. As Kokeko's still.
Did he get the drive?
Oh, he's got the inside line coming into turn one here.
He's coming in on the inside.
Oh, but that Porsche's got the grip. Wow, Cody Chatham really not giving an inch to Kokeko. He's like, I know you started second place, but it doesn't change the fact I'm not going to let you by. So good on him.
Yep.
As taking a look here, Dane Simpson is caught up to Justin Rhodes. Looks like, perfect timing. A little bit of a love tap. Maybe not expecting Rhodes to slow down as much as he did. Judging from the gap that Rhodes has to Josh Anderson, maybe just a little bit change in pace to what Dane's used to. But it looks like the front end of that McLaren's looking okay. So, glad to see that.
We're checking in with your leader on the bottom right-hand corner, Mason Smith, who is still just keeping that gap between him and Dominic Ford.
Yeah, Dom isn't putting in the time that he may want on his teammate. I know he kind of likes to get a little closer, just to feel safe, get that draft. I don't know if Dom's just running his own race or if Mason just has that little bit of time advantage on him. Ooh, Dane getting antsy behind Justin Rhodes here. He is wanting that position. Oh no, as Dane gets too eager on the throttle and gets around. Man. Oh, that's gonna hurt. At least it's right in that right near the pit window. So
yeah,
he might just get away with that with his one faster pair that all these drivers get. They're lucky to have that. I'm gonna look at James Pierce here, getting Clayton Montgomery right on James Pierce. Gonna come back on this battle.
Yeah, he's been kind of on his tail for the majority of the first half of the laps here. On the bottom right, you also got Dave Tilver behind James and Matt Muir in that mix as well.
Yep. As
some pressure on James there.
Yeah, we're got some close battles here at the top of the grid here.
Dane Tilford looking to make a move.
Yeah, it looks like he got it done.
Yeah, it does.
That was a very nice one indeed. Yeah, not afraid to get after it. We'll hop back on Clinton Montgomery here. Now, looks like Clayton running the Ailwood Designs livery, as I know the Ailwood team likes to, or they sponsor our Xfinity series. Now, we're going to give a little shout out to our sponsor for the GT series. That'll be Chase Designs. They are people that do custom wraps for your cars. They will do any wrap for your business, no matter what you do, what you're looking at. They will always take care of what you're looking at. If you're looking at vehicles, fleets, emergency vehicles, and even interiors, they don't really get into racing all that much, so they focus primarily on the customer use, the consumer, anything like that. They want to keep it in the public, you know.
And, Barry TK in our chat window says he would like to see Dominic Ford get a win tonight. So.
I gotcha. Yeah, I'd like to see him win too, but I mean, it's hard to pick and choose from all these drivers. All of them are really talented, really good at what they do.
They are, yep.
As commentators, obviously we can't have favorites.
Yep.
Oh, as Clayton looking like he's getting by Josh Pierce, but Josh Pierce is not giving up, but looking like a little bit of a switchback from Clayton. Not quite the switchback that he was looking for, but at least he's giving James Pierce a.
He's giving him a flash.
Yeah, he's giving him a flash. He's like, "Yo, I'm here, man."
Yeah.
He's claiming his stake in the ground and be like, "Yo, that podium position, you're not gonna have it for much longer." Let's see.
Is he gonna make another move?
Yeah.
Looks like he's going on the outside.
Ooh, wow.
Oh.
Just a little bit there. Oh, and as we start getting our first rounds of pit stops here, we got James Pierce, Herbert Pineda in the pits, Casey Shute, Jacob Winslow, John Crane, and Thomas Bresci kind of doing our first rounds of pit stops.
It looks like Clayton Montgomery's gonna do another lap before he goes into the pits.
And as we look at that, we're going to take a look at our pit lane so far. Just kind of see what we're looking at here. Most of our top drivers are still on their first stint. Hopefully this is going to be updated for us. Maybe we have to let them make their first lap out. 18 laps, that's a pretty good amount. Maybe 19 for some of these drivers. But we got a lot of them coming into the pits. Look at Kokeko getting right on the bumper of Robert Kenny. And these guys are going to be in a little bit of a different situation with the pit stop windows. You know, they're probably going to have to pit here on this lap, but Kokeko looking like he's going to try and get this pass before he gets in the pits. Try and get that extra position. As he comes into the pits right there. Very nice.
There it is.
Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Everyone's kind of spacing out a little bit. We got Justin Rhodes starting to eke up, and John Nobinger right behind him. This is shaping up to be a little bit of a moment here, as John Nobinger is looking to make a move. Got the inside line, try and keep it clean, barely giving an inch. Whoa! As
got Dominic Ford coming up right
there.
now.
Yeah.
Yep. Who is currently your leader.
Yep.
But it looks like he's going to be going into the pits.
Just shot into the pits there. Yeah, very respectable racing from Justin Rhodes there. I know he wasn't really expecting a whole lot of action there from Dom, but made it work as he's trying to make a move back on Joe Nobinger. Going around the outside, but John's going to have that inside line right here. This is crucial to have that line. It's one of those corners where it's hard to keep it around the outside.
And Mason Smith should be coming up with Dominic Ford now.
Take a look at
see what happens.
Montgomery up here. Ooh. As, looks like that was Matthew Rodriguez that went off track there.
Oh.
Just a little off-road excursion. Nothing crazy. But we have Clayton Montgomery and right behind him, Herbert Pineda. Looking at 5th place right now and trying to make a move on 4th. That's looking like some good net games from Herbert. Up 3 positions from the start. He's going to try and make something work here.
It looks like Dominic Ford had a really good pit strategy there, as he's our new leader.
Yep, looking like maybe some less fuel.
About 1.8 seconds ahead of Mason Smith right now.
Another thing with the strategy now, with the tires, it may be beneficial for some drivers to not take tires at all because of how cold they are coming out of the pits. You're going to lose about 2 seconds a lap for maybe your first lap, maybe 2 laps to warm them up. So some drivers may opt to just not take any tires. So you have to wonder, some of these people may have taken tires and go to the end, or what's going on with that. As we got James Pierce and Clayton Montgomery. Oh, what's going on with, oops, sorry about that. Oh, okay, blue flag car. Letting the leaders
Yeah,
go.
it's the lap there. Yep.
Yep.
Good job holding your line there, by the way.
Yeah, that's really awesome. As we,
anyone that's done officials knows how frustrating it is when a lap car tries to actually get out of the way.
yeah, that was Matthew Rodriguez right there.
Yep.
So good on you, man. Yeah, as we keep going, we'll learn the names a little bit better. It's still a little fresh, but we'll keep on this battle for a little bit. This is going to be our closest battle, and it happens to be a three-way battle for third, but we're starting to see a little bit more gaps through here.
Herbert Pineda really pushing it, trying to catch up there.
Yeah, he might be working those tires a little bit, losing some ground. Anything's possible with these drivers. So we're looking at Paul Owens right now, silver driver, just making some laps. We got Shane Therian right behind John Crane. Now John Crane's he's a stand-up racer. He's always had, I have nothing to say to that man. He's always a pleasure to race with, very respectable driver.
Yeah, very respectable.
And Shane Therian's going to look to get around him, make up this position. He's going to look in turn one, or he's going to bide his time a little bit. Maybe he's doing a little fuel saving, maybe he's just not in any rush. We still have 30 minutes left of this race. A lot of time to mount a move. Come back up here to Clayton Montgomery and James Pierce. Clayton's really just kind of working those different lines.
Really trying to get in there and make a move here on James Pierce, right on the tail of him.
Barely giving an inch right now. This is some good hard racing. James Pierce, props to him to not cracking under the pressure.
You also got Herbert Pineda, looks like, trying to close the gap on Clayton Montgomery as well. So it looks like Clayton Montgomery might have to defend as well as attack if Herbert Pineda keeps gaining time on him like this.
Yep. And James Pierce doesn't look like he's doing any crazy defensive lines. He's not losing too much time, but I know having a driver behind you like that is going to make you think twice about your moves. So he might be going a little slower than his normal pace, and that's allowing Herbert to catch up as Clayton's looking around the outside, maybe doing a switchback here. It's a really hard corner to do one of those on.
He looks to go on the inside. Can he get it done?
Nope. Yeah, that
Switchback,
outside line.
maybe? Nope.
That outside line is super hard.
Yeah.
As looks like we have a battle for second here with Mason Smith. Whoa, little rubbing.
He gets a little bit loose there, but luckily he hangs on to it.
Yep.
And it looks like Clayton's making the move.
Yep, he's got that inside line. Oh, but Herbert's getting James the push.
Herbert's right behind him. This could be interesting.
Oh man, is James going to hang around the outside here?
Herbert's looking to make a move.
Yeah, Herbert's right there in the mix, but James holds that outside. He's going to get the inside right here, but keeping on that outside, he might have to concede the place. He does to Clayton Montgomery, the silver driver, putting it into a podium position. Well done. Now Clayton's going to have to work on the defense instead of the attack. He's been attacking for a good majority of this race, so let's see what he does with the defense. Let's see. Dan Simpson's right neck and neck with Justin Rhodes. Didn't quite get it there, but definitely a battle I'm gonna try and keep tabs on here. Dane Simpson, he's been greedy today, you know. I guess greedy's not the best word to use. He's been consistent. You know, he wants those places.
Absolutely.
And he's gonna fight for it, tooth and nail. And gonna come back up here for our battle for second.
Take a look at the leaders in your bottom right-hand corner. Looks like Macon Smith has come up to Dom Ford, and they are going at it as well.
Well, I'll let you guys keep on that and keep tabs on this battle for the podium. It's definitely heating up as we're making our way through some lap traffic. That always poses a little bit of a challenge too. Trying to make our way around.
Definitely throws an interesting mix in the situation when you're trying to overtake a car.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. As look at this, Tyler Keiko, 9th place. He's on a charge. That would be.
We got Brady in the chat saying split cam is minty. Thank you, Brady. Appreciate that.
I want to try and branch out, experiment with some stuff here. We'll add a couple things here and there, make it a little bit more visually appealing for you guys. But we want to throw some stuff in here for you guys, really make it engaging for everyone. But yeah, Tarko Keiko, Matt Murray, and Josh Anderson, this three-way battle is looking really nice. Let's see if Kokeko hangs around the outside.
It looks like he's going to make a move.
Yep, he's going to have the inside line here. Great move on
Matt Murray. What an overtake.
Yep, holding around the outside right there to get the inside. That's some talent. Let's see. Looks like Shane Therian, 2/10 behind Casey Show. Sorry if I'm butchering some names here. Some tabs, but bottom right, Mason Smith and Dom Ford right on each other's bumper. I know these guys definitely have been teammates. I think they still are teammates, if I'm not mistaken. No, it looks like Dom might be doing his own thing now, but I know these guys have always run together in the past, so they might be fuel saving off each other. Just kind of doing a little bit of teammate work here.
Could be, yeah.
And Josh Anderson.
I had the pleasure of racing with Dom last week or the week before, and his team name is Fuel Save Warriors.
Yeah, when you get to that level, you know, Dom Ford, Mason Smith, those guys are crazy fast, and once you get there, you can really experiment how to save that fuel and still be fast. So
yeah,
you know, it must be a pleasure having a drive with him.
Yep.
James Pierce on a lapper, really trying to get him out of the way there. It's going to allow Herbert to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get the draft on him right there. Got a couple of really good battles here. See Matt Muir.
Yep. For a little bit.
We got
get the leaders back on screen here for you.
Got Matt Muir in a battle with Josh Anderson. And We also have Nick Terrell. Nick Terrell's in a battle with William Burnell right there. Cody Chasm. And we got
Mason's
Shane
got the nice
Fearon.
draft here. He might be looking to move on the outside on Dominic Ford.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Wow.
Let's
As
see.
we're going too wide through the chicane, Mason Smith really keeping the speed on the outside. Not enough to keep it for the inside there. Dom's going to keep the lead. But that's going to let Dom know that Mason is not here to play around. And by the end of this race, we might see some fireworks between the two old teammates. And we go too wide here with Nick Terrell and William Burrow. Now Nick, like I said, always fast, always fuel saving. And if I'm not mistaken, he started at the back of the grid, yeah, making up 18 places. Now 19 if he gets by William, which he does. What a drive that he's having tonight. That is very spectacular. These guys for a minute. A couple different cameras here. I might hop on Matt Muir after this little section. Since Mason is looking on the inside, nope, switching to the outside. But Dominic just putting his car right where it needs to be to keep Mason behind. Really just being pesky with it. Back with Matt and Josh Anderson. These guys have been kind of teaming up with each other all race.
It's like Herbert Panera, sorry, Herbert, trying to reel in James Pierce as well.
Coming back on that half a second gap. Alright, hop on with Mason. As we're getting back on this long stretch. This is where he likes to make a move. Maybe we'll see something happen here with him.
That would be amazing, yeah.
The draft is pretty strong, it seemed like. It's getting it even up. There it is.
There he goes.
Not enough. He needs probably about a good, I don't know, 30 meters before the turn. Maybe he'll have enough speed to get there, but as the track is laid out, not quite enough. On these guys, we'll scroll through, see what we can find. Let's see. We have looking back through our list here. Unfortunately, we have a Dane Simpson crash that we'll take a look at here. Unfortunately, he's been attacking all night long, and sucks to see him get out. Wonder, yeah, this is his spin out. So yeah, he had to hop into pits, lose a little bit of time.
Oh, looks like we had another driver go off as well. You know, Dane Simpson has unfortunately been having some issues in this race, but you know what that means? That means that that he's trying new things and he's pushing himself.
Yep. As Matt Muir finally gets by Josh Anderson. He's been behind him all race long. Made the too wide work on the left-hander and got around him on that hairpin. Just got the end of that battle. So now he's got some free air. We might see a gap start to form there, but I don't want to count anyone out. Now here's a name that you don't normally see in the top 6, but is a very pleasant sign. James Molyneux, looking mighty strong today. I know he's been putting in a lot of time trying to get his pace up, and it's paying off for him right now. 6th place, 5 positions up from where he started. So good job, James.
Yeah, James Molyneux's got a really good pace. Typically, it seems like with any track that he goes to.
Yep. As John Nobinger is working on Robert Kenny at the moment. Seems like John has had some bad luck this race, dropping down 13 positions, but we'll see him fight tooth and nail till the end, and really try and pick up some pieces.
John Nobinger really trying to reel in Robert Kennedy there in your lower right hand corner. And it looks like he's going to pit.
Grass. Yeah, we're starting to get right in that pit window there. Looks like our first round of pit stops. Looking pretty good. I bet we'll see these guys go for a lap, maybe 2 laps, with how well they fuel save. Fuel saving is always really good because that means that you spend more time on track, and then by the end you take less fuel, so you're faster at the final pit stop.
You also got James Pierce making a move on, I believe that's Clayton Montgomery. Did he get it done? Or no, I'm sorry. Maybe that was a lap car. Bear with us a little bit. We're still trying to get used to SDK. Sometimes the drivers aren't.
Yeah, that was a lap car right behind him. Herbert Pineda is right
Yep.
behind that Porsche there. Looking like a 1.5-second gap forming. So James Pierce getting away a little comfortably there.
Yep.
Let's see. Got a nice little battle here. Back with Cody, that pink Porsche.
That's a great picture of Woody you got there,
Yeah.
Cody.
Yep. Imagine that's his face this entire race, just kind of here.
It's just a Sunday drive for him.
Yeah, he's getting after it, but up 9 positions. Like, he's got some knowledge there. He's definitely keeping it clean, keeping his nose there, and for first race with us, just wanting to. I'm sure he just wants to finish. Just stake his name. I know when I started, that was my whole goal, just finishing and keeping it clean. So good job, Cody, sorry, for getting that done. This is going to be our closest battle on track at the moment. Ooh, a little bit of a left tap. Oh, did he lose his bumper there? Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, he got it done with a little bit of contact, but he's going to lose a lot on the straight. Ooh, as Bronson gets a little on the grass there. But I bet you'll see Bronson start to pick up some pace on the straight, maybe make a move into the chicane spot.
See if Bronson Stafford tries to get back. It looks like he is. It looks like he wants that position back badly.
Yes, he does. And we'll keep some tabs on that in the bottom right side of the screen. We're going to go with John here. Looking on the inside of Jacob Winslow. It's a nice pass coming up the hill around that right-hander. He's got the long downhill right into that chicane there. Therian and Nathan side by side right there. I'm sorry, that was John Crane. My fault. Nice move getting that done. Good. Take another look at your leaders here.
Oh, Bronson Saffron making the move. Oh, they come together. And of course my stream falls apart. Sorry about that.
It's okay, I picked up your pieces. We're good. Yeah, we got Cody right behind. Made a little bit of contact, but yeah, Bronson eked his way around. Let's see if Cody can pick it up on the turns here.
It looks like these guys are having a great battle.
Yeah, I bet Cody's face isn't the Woody face anymore.
See if we can get him back.
Yep. And really briefly, I'm gonna kind of go over the pit strategy real quick, and just kind of see what these drivers are doing. Looks like Dom Ford, Mason Smith, trying to make the longest that we can, but James Pierce and Herbert Pineda doing the 3-stop. If this strategy board is not lying.
You know, it's interesting because yeah, the pit strategy between Dominic Ford and Mason Smith, your 1-2 leaders here, are different too. Currently, Mason Smith just entered the pits, and it looks like Dominic Ford and Clayton Montgomery, who's in third, are gonna stay out.
Yeah, that's correct. As let's do it. Cody chase him, lose a little bit of time. Losing that front bumper, you're just gonna lose that, and that I'm sure he's probably kicking himself. But it was such a light tap. I'm surprised that bumper even came off.
Yeah, it didn't seem too intense at all, and it just, I guess these cars are a little bit more fragile than you think they are.
Yep, unfortunately. But keep track here. We got Nathan Sides and Shane Therian. These guys are starting to get a little closer. But as of right now, yeah, we're just kind of keeping tabs on the closest battles here. Dom Ford goes in the pits on the bottom right side of the screen.
What do you think? You think Mason Smith can get ahead of Dominic Ford with that pit strategy this time?
Let's see, where's Mason at here? He's coming through the start.
He comes around
he's not.
Yeah, around the start right now.
He definitely might. Let's see. Yep, there's Dom leaving the pits right there. So Dom got a nice little gap forming there. Now, I'm sure Dom didn't take any tires, so he doesn't have to worry about the tires warming up here. If he did, maybe it was only one tire. Just to kind of keep it around. But we'll keep that battle on the bottom right side of your screen. I'm going to hop on with Matt Murr here. Looking a little racy with Nick Terrell and Justin Rhodes. Another battle going on here. Nathan Sides definitely catching up a little bit to Shane Therian. That might be a battle to keep an eye on as well. I'm going to go back and forth here.
Like Mason Smith just got around Bill Burnell. Good job on Bill Burnell for holding his line.
Yep, that's awesome. As Matt Murr looking to make a move on Nick Terrell. Coming around the outside, not quite there. really hard to keep the outside on that long right hand down the hill. Now it's going to open up a little bit for Aaron Reed to maybe make a look. Oops, sorry, not Aaron Reed. That is Justin Rhodes. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Justin Rhodes peeking to the inside, but not making a move. And just showing him what could happen in the possible future.
Yeah, Justin Rhodes right on the back of Matt Muir. 22 tenths of a second here.
Yeah, this is a nice little battle shaping up right here. Matt Muir definitely showing some pace in the rookie division. I'm sure he's going to have a little bit of pressure with Justin Rhodes right behind him. Sides right in the draft on Shane Therian.
Oh, there he goes. Oh.
A little racy over here with Justin Rhodes.
Yep.
That Mustang power definitely has it on the straight, even with the draft. The Porsche looks like it's struggling, but he might be making a move on the outside here, coming into this little chicane section.
Can he get it done?
He's gonna try and hold it,
Switchback, maybe.
Yeah, section's just tight enough to keep it single file through there. If you're not right alongside, really hard to make it pass here.
Justin Rhodes, our rookie driver, currently in 10th position, which is awesome.
Yep, and right behind Matt Muir with who's 9th in the rookie. So both of them being top 10, really good job from them.
And you still got your leaders in the bottom right-hand corner, Mason Smith, just doing everything he can to try to catch Dominic forward. Still got that draft.
What do you think? Do you think we're going to see a last lap pass from Mason?
I hope so.
That would be really good.
I hope so. Yeah, we'll see.
Yep, as these guys are starting to space out a little bit, I'm going to hop back down with Nathan Sides a little bit. Just check on him as you have your leaders on the bottom right side of your screen.
Yep, Nathan Sides right on the back of Shane Therian. You know, it's funny. We got a very, very interesting mix of manufacturers from, you know, race one. It doesn't, you know, sometimes, you know, when you go to these tracks, there's a clear performance winner when it comes to the vehicle. But you know, this first race, it looks like it's just about every manufacturer. They're all mixed up too.
Take a look at the manufacturers from them real quick. We got Mercedes dominating 1 and 2 with McLaren 3-4. Audi representing, I think being the only Audi here in 5th. Good job on them. Tyler Keiko running the Ferrari in 6th place.
Yeah, I think there's only one Acura as well, which is Evans Dice. One of our rookie drivers.
Yep. He's been keeping his nose pretty clean. Haven't seen a whole lot of him. Get a little camera time on little Evan. As James Molyneux making passes on Kokeko. Getting a little racy here.
Wow.
Wow, too wide for a while.
That's
This is
amazing.
some good battling around that right-hander too.
Trying to make a switchback, but he says, no, you're not getting over there.
Nope, nope. Kokeko keeping it defensive, but Molyneux really just wanting that position back.
Really putting the pressure on him.
Yep. As seem to just be missing everything here. As just missed Shane letting Nathan by. Something just happened. I think we might be able to get away with a little replay action here. Yeah. Let's see if there's a, oh yeah, a little bit of contact here. So it looks like Shane got a little off track, which allowed Nathan to catch right on up. A little bit of contact there, and that Mercedes power just kind of leaving him behind. Very well done. Chasm still not giving up with the lack of bumper on that Porsche. Definitely feeling it through that left-hander there. That understeer must be really hard to deal with, but he is not giving up. Props to him.
Yeah, he's clearly you know, weighing his options, and he's saying that time, you know, to repair is just unfortunately not worth it.
Yep.
I can drive this thing without the front bumper of that car. It'll be fine.
All I have to say is hell yeah, brother. Very good work going on here. Do a little double cam action on your leaders here, fighting on position. Actually, this might be your last lap pass that we were talking about here. We are now an hour in.
They're going for it.
Yep, as we come in for the finish, looks like we're going to have Dom Ford as your winner tonight, with an exceptional defensive drive. Wow, what a drive. Mason Smith taking home second. We're gonna have Clayton and Clayton taking home third. Herbert looking like a fourth place finish here. James Pierce a lonely fifth. Kokeko and Molyneux trying to do a little bit of a battle. Still got some time left on
they're still pushing
on this track. Might see a little bit of John interference here. Will he let him by, or is he going to race him to the end? This is our battle for top 6. That could be in the balance here. John's going to race him. Bold strategy. Tyler's just going to keep it nice and civil and let him finish to the end. Oops, I'm sorry. As, yep, just keeping ahead of Molyneux as well. And right behind we have Nick Trail do a little drift to finish off right here. We had the Mustang of Matt Muir to finish in 9th, and Justin Rhodes wrapping up our top 10. The 2 rookies in the top 10. Well done. William Burrell finishing 11th. Had an interesting drive, but he made that work. Josh Anderson and Evan Days right behind. Oops, sorry about that. So, well, what a race that we have had. We'll go ahead and show you our...
that'll complete round 1 of season 12.
Yeah, I mean, what a race, you know?
What a mix-up.
It was a pretty exciting one. We try to have some action for you all race long. Dominique Ford taking home your win with Mason Smith pulling a 2nd place, a 7-second gap to Clayton Montgomery, who is a still division, I think. He could be in a different division. I'll have to look at that here in a little bit, but coming home in 3rd. Herbert Pineda in 4th with the first gold place, or first place in gold, I'm sorry. And Let's see. See if we can do one of these. I'm gonna try and yeah, here we go. So for our platinum division here, we got Dom Ford, Mason Smith, James Pierce, Nick Terrell, and Dave Tilford. Um, and then in our gold division, we have Herbert Pineda, Nathan Sides, John Nobinger, Shane Therian, and Nick Nickerson. Our silver division, we have Clayton Montgomery, Tyler Kokeko, Bronson Stafford, Robert Kenny, Alex Jaspers, Dane Simpson, Paul Owens, and Josh Betts. Bronze division, James Molyneux, William Burrell, Josh Anderson, and John Crane. And our rookies, Matt Muir, Justin Rhodes, Evan Dice, Cody Chasm, I think, Casey Shue, Aaron Reed, Jacob Winslow, Matthew Rodriguez, and Thomas Bressi III. So congrats to all these guys, and we'll try and pull in your winners from each division here. We'll try and.
So it looks like Matt Muir unfortunately isn't in the Discord chat, so we won't be able to
Okay, how about James Molyneux?
interview
Are
him.
we able to?
So James Mall is definitely here. We can
All
pull him
right,
in.
yeah, let's
You
get a
ready?
little James action here. Yeah, if you want to pull him up and give the first
Yep.
interview, be my guest.
We can figure this out. There we go.
Got it. There
James, how's it going? Can you hear us
What's
okay?
up,
you go.
guys?
How's it going, man?
Hey, congratulations, round 1 done. How do you
Woo.
feel?
I'll just do one of these.
I'm catching up on my breathing. The last like 5 laps there, I couldn't breathe the whole time.
Oh
I was
man,
literally
you
just
had a
holding my
great
breath.
battle. Yeah, you had a great battle. Why don't you talk us through that battle and let us know how it was?
Oh, with Tyler?
Yeah.
I don't. We won't really call that a battle. John and I caught him, and that was it. And I knew I had nothing for him because in the Andretti straight there in the back straight, he just walked
Mhm.
away. He was getting way better grip out of the corners than I was.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there. I mean, it was basically don't mess up right now because this is going to be your first top 10, and don't even like try to get in there, but stay close. Try to keep up. See
Yeah.
if you can. That's
Yeah,
all it
you
was.
definitely did that. Yep. Great job because you definitely did that. You looked very very smooth out there. We all know you have, a very very good pace, and yeah, you look smooth, man. Congrats. You did a really good job.
Thank you.
Any other
So,
details that you want to talk about in the race? Some interesting moments that you had?
I was there was a lot of talk about whether or not to take tires. Dom and I were just talking in the. God, I'm freaking shaking. Sorry, guys.
No, you good, man.
hey, don't worry, we're shaking too.
Yeah.
Like I can hear it. I can hear it in my voice. It's crazy. Anyway, like Dom said, he didn't take tires the whole race, and I'm like, I'm taking tires every single time because this new tire model has been so difficult for me. As you see, I had to change cars because my beautiful Acura just went to crap with
Yep.
the new tire model. Like it
Yeah,
will not turn.
Yeah,
yeah.
I understand. You liking the
So
McLaren?
for this track, yeah. We're gonna do Spa 24 this weekend.
Awesome.
And well, everybody wanted to do the McLaren, so I had to learn it. And I did run it last season in the Kansas race. Um, there at the end of the season, but or in between seasons or whatever. And oh my God, like I died almost every lap, and I'm like, I can't drive this car. I can't drive this car. But
Yeah.
then had a little bit of a session with Johnny Gundy from VRS, and he helped a lot with throttle patience. Has
Mm.
apparently been my big issue.
Oh, okay.
So a little bit more patient on the throttle, and well, tonight was a good result.
Yeah,
That's
seems like
awesome, man.
that worked out for you big time.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah.
Anyone you give a shout out to?
Oh, definitely my wife, who puts up with all the time I spend in the rig. Core Racing, Dave Tilford, John Nobbinger, they were helping me tonight, giving me a little bit of pointers here and there.
Nice.
And obviously my VRS coaches, Passion Johnny, and Sim Racers United, the team I'm racing with this weekend. If they're watching the broadcast, I don't know if they are or not. And then of course Team America. Team America. What a great team. I'm like the only road racer on the team.
Well, someone's
So,
got to represent,
and then
right?
of course, and last but not least, you guys. Thank you for doing the broadcast tonight and doing the broadcast this whole season.
Oh,
Yeah, of
it's our
course, man.
pleasure. We
Yeah.
love it. What's your wife's name, James?
Her name is Valerie.
Valerie, thank you for letting James race tonight. We appreciate it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you go celebrate with Valerie, and you have a good night, man.
Definitely, I'm gonna go watch the broadcast now.
All right,
All
sounds good,
right.
man.
Thanks, James. Congrats.
All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you.
Yep.
Yep, good job.
All
Oh
right, who's
man.
next?
Well, we'd celebrate with Kokeko, who I'm assuming is in here. I'm gonna double check the silver division win here. Bear with me. I am very sorry with this very professional. Um,
Tyler
yeah, Clayton
Kokeko.
was. Yeah, yeah. Let's
I have
get
Tyler Kokeko
yeah
whenever you're ready.
Tyler in here. Yeah. That was just
Okay.
a rush job putting Clayton
We
Clayton
got
in silver. So
we got Herbert waiting in the rating room too, which is
yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, let's get Clayton in here and or sorry, Tyler in here and
Tyler, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great.
How was your race?
I mean, I guess it was a race.
I mean, you won, right?
I did.
yeah. In
Oh,
how'd
silver,
you
yeah.
feel about it?
I mean, after my spin, I just was like, I guess I'll try a last to first, and then after the first stop, I kind of just stopped caring and just kind of did some laps, and then
Oh,
I just
okay.
kept passing people, and I was like, all right, I guess this is gonna go somewhere.
Yeah, it looked like we were watching you, and it looked like you were definitely on a charge there. You definitely had a really good pace at this track, and you were pushing pretty hard. It was fun to watch. It was
Yeah,
awesome to watch.
it is my home track, and I think in total I have just under 1,500 laps in all sorts of cars.
Oh wow, that's amazing. You know, it's funny because right at the start of the broadcast, me and Jack were actually talking about that.
Yeah.
we were wondering how much experience you have with this track, since it is, your home track, and obviously you got a lot of experience. You proved that tonight,
Mhm.
taking that win.
Yep.
I forgot all about that.
Well, congrats. Here you are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How'd you how was your pit strategy? What'd you do? Did you take tires?
So the first stop, I didn't take any tires and I just filled it. The second stop, I forgot to uncheck tires, so I guess I took
Oh,
two
okay.
fronts, which
Oh, okay.
helped in the end. But those
Yeah.
3 laps after that really sucked with really worn hot rears and really cold fronts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wasn't really
definitely.
expecting that.
Yep.
Yeah, that new tire model has been catching people out on some interesting shenanigans. So,
Yeah. What do you think about the new tire model, Tyler?
I love
Sorry,
it.
too many T's in there.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
it's challenging enough for the first few laps where, I mean, I guess the people that send it usually crash, and after the first 4 or 5 laps it gets quick and it makes it so much fun.
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely. I couldn't agree more. It's a lot of fun. So, are there any other details you want to share, or anybody you want to get a shout out to?
I'll give a shout out to Dom for winning, fellow two
All
and
right.
two. James finished just ahead of me, and honestly, James Molyneux P7. Look at that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He
Amazing,
is
right?
That was awesome. Like
Yeah.
I think he had a bad pit strategy because he was 11 seconds ahead and then came out 4 behind.
Yeah.
Like I think if he didn't have whatever happened, I probably would not have caught him.
Yeah, no,
Not that
he
much
Okay.
chance.
he was flying, and I think he was saying that he just took tires during the pit stops. I think just trying to keep it safe, but maybe some knowledge on what to do next time to keep on the same tires.
Yeah, because that was impressive. I
Yeah,
was impressed.
we were
Yeah.
impressed in the booth too. We saw that, and we were rooting him on. I was like, hell yeah, brother.
Yep. Big time.
Wow.
I was trying
Yeah.
very, very hard to keep myself composed, not scream in the microphone, cause a bunch of distortion.
Yep.
So
Actually, even looking at that, his best lap's only 1/10 slower than mine, and they were about the
yeah,
same time.
Mhm.
Wow.
yeah, that's what we were saying. His pace was just up there.
Yeah.
Is crazy up there.
Yeah,
So,
you did
Wow.
great.
all right. Well, thank you, Tyler. Congrats.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Cool. So
All right.
that
So
was
are we
our
ready
silver
for
division winner. And
Yep.
let
Are
me
we
get,
ready for Herbert Panetta?
yeah, let's get our gold division winner in here, being Herbert Panetta, having a pretty fantastic race. Awesome.
Herbert, how's it going? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, guys? How are you?
Good. So how was it round one of your race, of your core race?
Well, it was eventful, that's for sure. This new tire model, is catching people,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and yeah, I've been practicing a lot lately, and kind of like know a little bit what to do, and that's probably what helped me out. I just take my time, just be patient, let the tires come to me, and that was about it.
Yep, you
Yeah,
were the
definitely.
only gold driver in the top 17, actually. Nathan Sides is the next gold driver down, and yeah, I guess gold drivers just had bad luck, but not for you. Congrats, making up 4 positions from your qualifying position. That's a good finish from you, I'd say.
Yeah, I'll say. I didn't take any tires the entire race. I was just managing the tires, and well, not that I'm fast enough to wear them out, anyways. But
You're being modest.
right. I don't. I end up with about 85% on my left front. So I'm like, how the hell did that happen? But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was fun.
How do you like the track?
Well, I definitely don't like it that much. I mean, it's
No.
no. Kind of reminds me of Sebring a little bit, kind of bumpy.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
right up there
So,
with you. I'm not a fan of Sebring either.
and I'm an
But
old man, so I got old bones and old joints. So so I gotta ice up once I'm done here.
Yep,
yeah.
fair enough.
Awesome. Well, it was a pleasure to watch you tonight. Congratulations, you did a great job. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to, or any other details about the race you want to let us know?
Well, of course. Obviously, I can't leave the wife out. I gotta say thanks to her, because otherwise this this wouldn't happen. All my craziness, and you know how that is. You go to that
Yeah.
rabbit hole, and But
Yeah.
anyways, yes. Thanks to my wife for allowing me to do this. Obviously, my kids, my youngest daughter is a freshman in Berkeley College next semester, so I'm rooting for her.
Oh, awesome.
Congrats to her.
And thank you. And yeah, the rest of the kids are grown and gone, so they got their own lives, so that's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, looking forward for the Spa 24, and let's see what we do. Let's see how we do.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah.
Well,
It's-
good luck to that race.
how are you? How are you at Spa 24? Is that like the back of your hand, kind of
Yeah,
pace?
well, I've been in the service 6 years, so I
Okay.
kind of, yeah, I kind of do. I mean, come on, it's Spa is a very popular track, so everybody does
Right.
it. So
Mhm.
Yeah. What about the 24-hour? Are you gonna participate in the 24-hour this weekend?
yes, I am actually with
Awesome.
my Australian buddies, and down under,
Oh,
Australia
okay.
wide racing. Yeah, so we'll be doing that with the
Awesome.
boys, and let's see how we do.
Awesome.
All right.
Well,
Well,
good
good
luck,
luck
man.
this weekend.
I appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. You
All
too.
right, you too. Thank you.
All right. Let's bring our, unfortunately, Clayton isn't here for our third place, so we'll bring in Mason Smith for our second place overall driver,
All right.
as he and Dom had a very exciting battle. Mason, how's it going?
Yeah, Mason, how you doing?
I'm doing, I'm doing good.
So we all saw what happened during the race. You were leading for a while, and then unfortunately, it looked like Dom got you with the pit strategy. What do you think? What do you think happened there?
He was saving.
Oh,
He
was
went
he?
like he went strategy B and I went strategy A. So
Okay.
Mm,
I was doing my best to like try and make a gap. So
Mhm.
by the time he would do his faster pit stop, I would still at least would be ahead of him. But
Okay.
yeah, I think on that like first stop, we had to catch back up a little since he didn't take tires. It kind of hurt me
Yeah.
there since staying behind him and trying to pass him.
Yeah, we
yeah, of
figured that.
course.
We're kind of struggling a little bit with SDK and trying to figure out, what people are doing in their pits and who's where and everything, but we kind of had like somewhat of a theory that that's what was going on, that, maybe he didn't take tires, and that's how he was able to get you a little bit. But even still, I mean, you caught up to him, and you guys were neck and neck pretty much for the majority of the race. And it looked actually like you were gonna make a move on him more than a couple times. Is that what was going on? Were you just biding your time, trying to put some pressure on him?
Yeah, exactly. I was trying my best, like especially I think like coming out of that straight is where I keep trying to attempt to like go on the outside, but
Yeah,
I can't really like stick there as a Mercedes. Maybe in the McLaren, yeah, but like, yeah,
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, you guys
it's
were right there the whole time. That was exciting to watch.
yeah, it was just yeah. Dom's amazing racer as always. It was always a pleasure
yeah.
to race with.
You guys are both unbelievable, unbelievably fast. You guys aren't
uh,
even human to me and Jack standards.
yeah, thanks.
So, but yeah, congratulations. Still, second place. First is the worst, second's the best. So, congratulations on second place on podium. And yeah, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to, or any more details?
To you on the broadcast.
Eh,
Nice to see y'all.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm sure it's a little
Yeah,
different
appreciate it.
hearing us in the booth than John.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But to the family that always watches the broadcasts, and that's yeah.
awesome.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, Mason. Appreciate it. And you
Congrats on your
you doing
second
spa?
place.
I don't, nah, I don't think so.
No, you're not gonna do 24 hours of spa. Oh, okay, but that's okay because we'll be going there next week anyway. So you looking forward to that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, thank you, Mason, and congrats.
Thank you.
All right, that was Mason Smith, our second place podium. You ready to bring in our winner?
Yep, overall winner, Dominic Ford. Let's bring him in.
All right.
Oh, I just realized I did not have this up. There we go. Maybe I can even
Dom,
do.
how you doing?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Good. Congratulations. First place, first race, round 12.
Thank you,
You
thank you,
you
thank you.
you missed last season, I believe. Was it 2 seasons? How many
Um,
seasons have you missed since you've been back?
I think one, but it might be two. Might be two.
Okay, so it was just last season that you didn't
Yeah, I
participate
believe
in.
so.
Okay.
Gave everyone
So
else a
how
chance.
does it feel to be back?
It feels different, that's for sure. A
Yeah.
lot of familiar faces, a lot of similar racing happening than just as before. So yeah, it's good though. It's good.
Yeah. So we're just talking to Mason about his pit strategy, and
Mhm.
how you took the lead from him. You wanna give us the details on that?
Well, I mean, really, I just didn't take any tires, which I
Oh,
should have
okay.
taken tires. Now that I know, I mean, I should have definitely taken tires. I should have did what he did. Um,
Okay.
Instead, I chose not to take any tires. And I went longer on the stop as
Hmm.
I try to save fuel in every race that I do. So went longer
Yeah.
on the stop and then no tires. So I knew I was gonna have the advantage on him, um, like on the first 3 laps, but I knew he was gonna eventually catch back up to me. And the traffic when I came out of the pits the first time was horrible, so I didn't even really get
Yeah.
the advantage that I wanted. Um, but otherwise, I mean, I think it still worked out pretty well. Even in the second stop, I mean, I still gained an advantage, and I had enough of a gap, even though I didn't take tires the second time either, to
Yeah.
uh, to just try and keep that gap and just defend as much as I can.
Yeah. Yeah. We saw him kind of poking his nose in there on you a little bit. Maybe trying to make a move. But
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know. Were
tough.
you worried at all about that?
Yes and no. I mean, Mason's a great driver, but this
Yeah.
track is hard to pass. Which
Yeah.
Mason found out. I mean, that's really if you if the driver's not really making any mistakes anywhere else on the track, that's kind of the only other place that you can get is on that corner there is by either hanging around the outside or taking it on the inside. And I was doing a mixture. I was doing a toss up every time when we got to that corner. I was like, do I stay in the middle of the track? Do I go a little bit more to the right? Do I go to the left this time? So it was a
Yeah.
toss up every time we were coming to that corner every lap.
Yeah.
But luckily, in my head, I was like, maybe if I just stay on the inside, he won't have enough grip this late in the race to take it around the outside, and it worked. I mean, eventually, I think Mason just subsided and just stuck a few laps behind me, and then we pit for the second time, and then he tried to go forward again, and it just wasn't working around there on the outside, and I was able to get the win there with it.
Yeah.
Very
You
nice.
you did big brain moves. Definitely.
Thank you, thank you.
It's kind of funny too because in the very start, Mason had a bit of a gap on you,
Hmm.
and you guys weren't really going back and forth too much as far as we could tell until
Yeah,
that first
yeah.
pit stop. So it was very interesting. And it's funny we had a guy in the chat actually commenting that he would like to see you get a win tonight. So you made his dreams come true.
Oh gosh, I guess so. There we go. There we go. Yeah. It's Mason at the beginning wasn't what we say not saving anything. I think that's how we say it. He wasn't saving it. He was going all out
Okay.
100%. So those lap
Okay.
times are from a driver not saving fuel. So I
Yeah.
wasn't too worried about that because when you're saving fuel and the driver is pushing, like there's always a mix, and we found that mix today. I think where he was pushing a lot, he was pitting a lap early. I was saving, but going fast enough to where when I pit later, I wasn't going to lose out, which I actually gained time on him by pitting later. But Mason knew that. I mean, he knows that's how I drive, so I'm sure he was
Yeah.
expecting for me to stay out the extra lap.
How many
But I
uh, how
mean,
many how many
hmm?
years of experience do you guys have driving together?
Oh, geez. I mean, I started iRacing in what 22, I think 2022 or 2021.
Okay.
And I've been racing with him basically since then. So probably 2 or 3
Wow.
years. We have a racing together. So I
Wow.
mean, he knows. He knows. I haven't been driving this. We weren't this fast, and I wasn't doing all of these strats that I was in the beginning. But we have been racing together for that long.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's amazing.
yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Well, Jack, you got anything else?
Man, you're fast.
Really sorry. I
No,
know I kind of just stole it a little bit.
no, man, you're
Sorry about
doing you're
that.
doing awesome. Yeah, no, congrats, Dom. Yeah, it looked like you just kind of held the pace once you got ahead. I think or not taking your tires actually was beneficial, even if you were struggling at the end. I mean, it still got you the win, so you can't really complain too much.
Yeah, true, true. Very true.
So
But
what made you choose the Mercedes, Dom?
I don't know. Recently, the Mercedes has kind of been the car to choose.
Yeah.
The McLaren has kind of always been that. It's kind of like the new BMW, where it's like a safe option, where it's like decently quick. You don't really die if you drive it. So I just want it to be a little different. Although the McLaren's my favorite car, the Mercedes is really like that number one for me. That was always the number one before the McLaren. And
Okay.
recently, I've been seeing it's been really quick in official. So I was like, all right, we'll give it a shot. I drove it once in officials and it was all right. And I mean, it worked. I mean, it did all right.
Yeah, that's awesome. All
Oy.
right. Well, thank you. We appreciate it. You got any other details or anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I mean, again, shout out to you guys in the podcast. I'm hearing some new voices up here, so I'm excited to go back and watch and
yes,
see how you
sir.
guys did and how the commentary did. So that's
Yeah,
really good on you guys' part there.
I heard there's a little
Thank
bit
you.
of some audio shenanigans, but I think I got it fixed by about halfway through. So if there's a little bit of Alan quiet or me loud or whatever, it should balance out toward the end. But
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I'm sure you guys will get it squashed out, so that's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're excited. We appreciate everyone to giving us the chance to do it.
Yep. That feedback too.
Yeah,
Everyone giving us that feedback really helps. Try to
Hmm.
continuously do better. So.
yeah,
Of course.
but
All right.
yeah,
Well, congratulations. Thank you, Dom. We'll see you at Spa.
Yes, yes. See you at Spa. Have a good night.
yes, sir. You have a good night. All right. Well then, that uh that pretty much concludes it for the night. And what'd you think? You have that race go about
It was
what you expected?
it was fun. It was awesome. Yeah, I mean there was a lot going on. I mean this is such a tight technical track. There was a lot going on at once,
Hmm.
which is awesome. And I think we had some really good battles tonight, especially
Yeah,
for round one, season 12.
yeah,
There
that's a
was some
preview.
really really good battles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm excited to see what happens next, and yeah, we'll mess around a little bit, get some better ideas going for next week's broadcast. Looking forward to that. But yeah, no, these guys did awesome. Drivers have, definitely been keeping us entertained. Um,
Yep.
so it should be a
So
good
I think
time.
yep. I think that'll conclude our broadcast for tonight. So we want to, thank all the rookies joining the core family. We hope you had fun. We hope you had a great race. Want to thank our chat in the audience. Hopefully it was very entertaining for you guys, and we really appreciate the comments and the feedback. And yeah, you want to close it out, Jack?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would like to say again for sure. Um, Pull it up here. Yeah, thanks to Chase Decals again for sponsoring Core GT. These guys definitely what puts the series up for you guys. It makes it all possible to get it to you guys right at home. So we appreciate
Absolutely.
appreciate those guys and appreciate all the racers
Yeah.
for
Thank
coming
you guys.
out. This awesome awesome to watch and awesome to broadcast it. I feel honored to really call out you guys and really make it work. So, yeah, again, congratulations to everyone. And I think we'll say good night and we'll be seeing you guys next week.